Good evening, family. It's the 7th of November. Sorry, I've been lacking a little bit getting these videos knocked out, but we're here. It's that time. Time to reach out. Over the last couple of days, I've put a little bit of a challenge out there to reach out to somebody you haven't talked to in a while. Speak to somebody that you've never met before. Had a really good conversation with a guy the other day that he told me he did that once, and that was probably when he was like 16 or 17 years old. And he's like 30 something now, and they're still best friends today. It's that one interaction that changed the course of both of their lives. But I was thinking about it today. Yesterday was my birthday, and birthdays are cool. I'm old enough now where like a birthday is a birthday, and it is what it is. But when you get a happy birthday text, or you get a call from somebody that just says just simple happy birthday, like one of my big bosses called me, and my actual store manager called me, and I got a bunch of texts and stuff like that, and like it really does kind of make you feel good, because the people are watching, and they're listening, and they're just checking in and saying, hey, we're thinking about you today. And as I thought about it, I thought to myself, like, how many people go through life without that simple touch on a birthday? Like, a birthday is, for some people, it's a day to celebrate yourself, your existence, one more year that you've survived on this earth. But for others, it's like they don't have the luxury. Maybe something's happened where they don't have any family, so you're not getting that text from mom and dad. Or maybe they made their best friend mad, so they don't get that one text from that person that they wish would text them. And what does that do? What does that do to somebody? I don't know personally. Like, I'm not looking for one specific person to send me a text message, and if they didn't send me a text message, they forgot about me and everything's, going down the toilet. That's not the case. I truly want to know, like, what's the mindset? What's the thought process to the people that don't have anything? And then the second thing to that is, what are you going to do about it? I know we make people mad. You don't want to talk to somebody. But what happens when you choose to not talk to somebody when they need you the most because of some stupid problem? In like today's culture, that one girl copied her at school when it was supposed to be her big day. Oh, I'm going to be mad at her. I don't want to talk to her. What if she needed you? That one dude texted your girlfriend, and it could be completely harmless, but you got pissed about it, and you decided to say, yeah, I ain't even gonna text him again. You might have been boys. What if he needed you? What if your mom or your dad or your sister or your brother made you mad, and you said, you know what, screw them, I don't need them, I'm gonna ignore them for however long you choose to do that, and they really truly needed you? What then? What kind of message does it send out? Because your greed sends a message of lack of caring. And I think that's something that we miss quite a bit. We want to be the end all say all. We want to make the decision on who's going to talk to us when they want to talk to us. We can block them from Facebook and Instagram and all the Snapchats and everything like that. And that seems to be the petty, foolish little thing that people will do when they're upset. Oh, I'm gonna block their number. I'm gonna block their Insta. I'm gonna block their Snap. Block them on everything. Shut them completely out of your life. When you do that, though, how does it make them feel? Does it really make them feel cared for? Does it make them feel valued? Like, I can't really think of a whole lot of people in my life that I've really just said, hey, you know what? I'm cutting full-blown ties for whatever reason. Because nobody, regardless of what they have done to you, deserves that at all. And I say that with a little bit more severity and sternness in my voice, because really, that's what today's culture has driven us to do, is one little spat creates diversity within friendships and loved ones that ultimately ruins relationships for good. What's the point? We are meant as humans to be loving and compassionate. It's hardwired in our brains to care, yet we choose not to. And the one person that you decided to not care for, not show some attention to block, to cut out of your life, probably either A, realize they don't really need you that much anyways, and you're lost now, or B, it put them in such a bad state that the worst unexpected outcome could have happened. Men, we do it all the time, especially when it comes to relationships and or just general feelings. I'm the kind of guy that me and my buddies, we can get in an argument, we can get in a fight, we can yell and scream at each other, but at the end of the day, we'll sit down at the house and drink a beer together. Because whatever we were really upset about was kind of a heat of the moment deal. It doesn't freaking matter. It really probably shouldn't have happened in the first place. But we choose so often to cut our bros out of our lives because they said something wrong to our girl, or, you know, they didn't call you or text you when we needed them. So what? The more time we spend worrying about our own selves and our own happiness, the more greedy we become, the more people we hurt. The more people disappear from our lives. And in some cases, not just via text message and phone call and email and carrier pigeon, they completely cease to exist, because that's the mindset that we've put them in. The mindset that we show we don't care is the moment that somebody understands thoroughly, and we could be that last person, that last ditch effort that they lean on. And at the end of the day, we decide to cut them out. They decide, you know what? That was my only living hope. That was the last person I truly thought cared. I have nothing left now. I have no reason to live. Then how do you feel? And that's pretty serious. So I think about it. The happiness that we spend thinking about in our own lives, how do we spend it sharing it? Like, how do we make others feel the way that we feel all the time? And I'm not saying we're perfect, man. We're all capable of having bad days. We're all capable of being upset. But what do you choose to do with it? Once you're upset, are you just going to stay upset for days? Not let anybody in, not let anybody talk to you? Like, I'm guilty of that. I really am. And I need to be better at it. But through this and the community that I know that's out there that's struggling, it brings me a little bit of joy knowing that hopefully somebody on the other side of the screen is listening and it resonates. So what do we do with our happiness? Do we keep it all to ourselves as greedy individuals and not share it? And then realize when it's too late, oh, I should have probably done something about that. The problem with that statement is you don't realize until it's too late. You can't get it back. My buddy that runs the other page, I'll post his link in the comments or in the description there. He said something while we were leaving work today. He's like, you can't replace time. Like, you really can't. The most valuable currency is time. And what we choose to do with it is going to either make rent or not. It's a crazy scenario to think about, but we don't have that much time. What are you doing with the time that you have? It's a simple question. Hopefully it's a simple answer. I can't answer it. I can answer it for my own self. What I want to do. I'm sitting here talking to you. This is what I want to do with some of my time. because I find that my time is valuable, but my time is also as valuable as what information I share to hopefully make somebody else's time a little bit longer. So get out there and share some happiness. Don't be greedy with your time. Think about the ones that you've cut out and for what reason. Make a freaking difference. Simple as that.